Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English, and this is your favorite YouTuber Mukesh Soni. Very happy to watch the T20 World Cup and very happy to say that our country has won the T20 World Cup. On this note, back-to-back videos. So this is about 12:30 a.m. and I'm making the video titled "The Force That Through the Green Fuse Drives the Flower," a very famous and a very typical poem by Dylan Thomas, the Welsh poet. And in this video, we are going to have the discussion of the important questions from this poem. This poem is prescribed for the fourth semester B.Sc B.C Generic English, Bangalore City University. Now let's begin the discussion. The very first question from this poem we have here: explain how the poet uses the force and combines it with the elements of the natural order. The poem begins by describing a mysterious force that moves through the green fuse, a flower's stem. The word fuse makes it sound like this flower is about to ignite. This force seems electric, like a spark. That force, the speaker continues, the speaker says that force moves up through the stem, drives the flower. That means to say that it powers the flower, it fuels the flower, it strengthens the flower, it nurtures the flower. Whatever this force is, it makes the flower bloom. The poet has rightly mentioned the force that through the green fuse drives the flower, drives my green age. This force does not only fuel the flower, it also fuels the speaker's green age. That means to say that it powers the speaker's youth. It brings more vigor, more power in the speaker. The whole sentence can also be summed as the force that makes the flower bloom also makes me young and energetic. So this is how the poet has used the force and combines it with the elements of the natural order. Question number 2. Why does the poet repeatedly say that I am dumb? The poem The Force That Through the Green Fuse Drives the Flower by Dylan Thomas is a very complex poem that uses an extended metaphor to speak about the themes of time, life, and love. The poem takes the reader through a number of scenarios in which the speaker compares himself to the other forms of life. He speaks about a power in his body that moves his blood, but it also moves the water in the rivers and stirs quicksand. It is a force that has the ability to destroy life and to remake it. Throughout the text, the poet has used a refrain, I am and am I sorry, and I am dumb. Why? This repetition has been done here to express his inability to communicate with these other elements of the world and convey to them the nature of time. But in the end, the poet admits that nature is impossible to understand. Now, the question number 3. How do you explore the relationship of time, creation, and destruction in the poem? Or the poem, The Force That Through the Green Fuse Drives the Flower, describes the power of birth and death. So this is the last question, and this question's answer will give the complete summary or an idea of the whole poem. So if you remember this question's answer, you'll be able to answer any question from this poem. So take it very seriously. Listen now. Dylan Thomas' poem, The Force That Through the Green Fuse Drives the Flower, explores the relationship between time, creation, and destruction. It is the force that drives nature and that drives humankind also. The poet connects nature and humankind. The same energy that is apparent in a delicate plant as a flower is also present in the human being, is also present in us. The speaker is making a comparison between the human world and the world of nature, between the living and the dead. Living here refers to man and the nature, and the living and the dead. In the opening of the poem, the speaker connects human being with the nature. The speaker argues that the force that works in the human body works in the world of nature. So whatever the force destroy the mankind, the same force is going to destroy the nature. So what gives us youth? The same force gives youth to the nature, and the same force takes youth from both mankind and the nature. Very interesting line, puzzled statement. In this sense, we are one, that the same force is responsible for the birth and decay in men and in nature. The speaker is shocked with the revelation of the fact that the rose and the mankind share the same fate, and he says, and I'm dumb. He brings the parallel comparison between the water that runs through the stem of the plant and the blood that runs through the veins of the mankind. The one ultimate force can change the blood into wax, and again the theme of birth and the death is repeated here by the speaker. The powerful imagery like water, rock, mountain streams, and springs, blood, wax, veins, and the mouth, they are very much cleverly used by the poet here. Very intelligently, the poet has applied these images here. Besides nature and human, the poem concerns with the dead and the living. What decomposes the body of the dead? The same force is going to decompose the body of the living. Both living and dead are the subjected to the same force of the nature. The speaker agrees that the same hand is bringing quicksand and the whirlpool in the nature and the decay or death in the mankind. The speaker is now clear that the creation and destruction are the two sides of the time. Time gives pain, it nourishes, and it heals also. The leech in the poem sucks its fountain or the source just as the baby who is born causes bleeding to the mother. At the birth, though the mother bleeds and causes severe pain, it soothes her because of the life she has given birth. The birth is again the subject to the death. The poet concludes that no one can escape this cycle by showing the worm digging his sheet of paper, which also digs the dead body in the grave. He is convinced that though he is far from the death, its appearance is always near him in one or another form. Thus, the celebration of the ultimate force turns out to be the appreciation of the nature. So this is how I try to solve the important questions from the famous poem The Force by Thomas Dillon. So if you have any questions, any queries, mail me at mukeshenglish@gmail.com. Just have a look into the description box where you will find all the videos links, the fourth semester B.Sc, B.Sc, and the BU, BC, I'm sorry, and the BCU. You'll get all the videos links. Subscribe my channel if you have not yet done it. If you are not, click on the like button, click it, share it to your friends. So do watch it. Stay in tune with Mukesh English. Thank you so much. Wish you good luck for the examination.